Welcome everyone to Therapeutic Yoga class today. Well, we've got a fun one ahead of us. We are going to deal with something that is often called text neck. So here's what I want you to do right now before we even get on to what you need for class. If you've got your smartphone or whatever tablet device somewhere near you, take a quick second and put it in your hands. Got it? Good. Once you have it in your hands, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go through the motions of what you would do to check your messages, your emails, go on Facebook, read things, do whatever you would normally do right now, and hold yourself in that position. Because I can guarantee the majority of you did what I just did right here. And that was to have your tablet, your cell phone, whatever device down at chest level when what you're actually using to see the device is where, guys, eye level. So here's what happens with text neck. As you have your device too low, you start to round your shoulders. You start to go into a forward head and you start to slump through your pelvis and your low back. It kind of looks familiar, doesn't it? So we are going to do today's entire class on the concept of text neck. But really, it's an old term at this point. It's actually quite antiquated because most of us use our smartphones or our tablets for many, many more things other than just texting. Back in the days, way back in the days of Blackberries, and that's it, when you were doing this, that is where the terminology came from. So here's what I want to do. I want to start with a couple of staggering statistics so that you really understand how important it is to do some of the things that we're going to be doing today in today's class. In a 2018 data analysis of usage of your phones. Now, guys, I want you to hear this for a second. This is a research on how much data usage you were using on your phone, okay? It showed that the average American is on their tablets, their cell phones, using data 5 hours a day. Now, if you put yourself on that phone or whatever it is in that position for 5 hours a day, imagine the damage you're doing to your neck, your shoulders, and your spine. And that's just the average. Some individuals are likely on their devices many, many, many more hours over 5 hours. Now, the second thing, and this is what's important for each and every one of you, because I am going to teach you the absolute perfect tips to never have text neck. The second thing is, if you look at yourself from the side, when your ear lines up with your shoulder, that is vertical alignment of your head over your neck, over your shoulder girdle. What we know is that for every inch forward or 10 degrees, it's a matter of how you look at it. So every inch forward, this thing that weighs approximately 10 pounds to most of us is double its weight on our neck and our shoulder girdles. So now imagine if my phone is down at chest level, my head is 60 degrees forward, that's 60 pounds of weight on my neck and my shoulders. So all you have to do is follow my quick tips. And the first one is the easiest one. Don't hold your device at chest level. Hold it where, guys? Eye level. So here's the thing. The easiest way to train yourself to start to use your cell phone, your iPad, whatever mobile device you've got, is to hold it differently. Our brain is just a big pile of habits. So when I asked you to grab that phone, chances are it was in your dominant hand, and chances are you put it down at chest or stomach level. So start to train yourself to hold your phone differently. Oftentimes, I tell my patients, if you start to hold your phone from the bottom of the phone, it's a lot easier to remember to bring it up to eye level because this just seems weird to do. So number one tip to prevent text neck is nice and easy. Bring your iPad, iPhone, whatever smartphone you've got, whatever type of tablet you've got, up to eye level. But I have 3 more tips. And the second tip is give yourself breaks from your phone. We are all on these phones and tablets all day long. Make sure that you're giving yourself adequate time to say, see you later for an hour or 2, or gosh, you know what, if you're using it all day for work, give it 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Third tip, protects neck. You're here doing it with me right now. Therapeutic yoga and stretches. So it's what we're going to spend all today taking care of. Strengthening this neck, stretching these shoulder girdles, and getting that stability that we need so that we're not putting all that excessive weight on the back of our neck and weakening the front of our neck. And then the final tip, and this one I think is actually quite important. A lot of us, all we do if we start to get text neck and have pain in our neck is we just deal with it. We forget about it until it becomes a really big burden. Seek the help of a physical therapist or healthcare provider that treats neck conditions if you're dealing with pain on a regular basis. It's worth it to understand what you need to do outside of just the stretches and therapeutic yoga I'm going to show you today. All right, enough about that. Now let's get on with class. So you need a yoga mat and you need a strap of some sort. It can be a yoga strap. It can be a belt that you would use for your pants. It can be a dog leash. It can be a scarf. It can be anything, guys. Grab something and have it. I'm going to be sitting on my bolster for the beginning of class. If you don't have something like that at home, simply sitting in a chair is going to be more than perfect for today's class. Now that I've said all of that, all right, let's get ourselves in a nice, good seated position. So whatever you're sitting on, start with your pelvis and your base of support and go ahead and do a couple of tuck and tilts with your pelvis. Find that range of motion that you have available for you and see if you can find the middle of the road. Hopefully that's somewhere where you're sitting, somewhere near your sit bones. And then if you're sitting on the bolster on your yoga mat, then your legs are likely in a gently crossed position, but you can also bring your legs out if your knees are really high above your hips. If you're sitting in a chair, just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. All right, now get your spine nice and long. And then from your hip joints, keep the whole spine long and just slightly hip hinge the entire trunk forward until you feel weight in your legs. Now let's try to keep it there. Now that you've got that position, we're going to do the very first exercise for text neck. And what it is to open up through the chest. So allow yourself to bring your hands forward. Take your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, and thumb, and line them all up together. Once you have that, sitting nice and tall, take a moment here to lengthen your neck and settle your chin. Get that ear plumb lined with your trunk and your neck. And then we're going to do nice, good breathing with nice, good arm movement here. So as you inhale, open your arms really, really far. Lift your chest and reach your arms behind you as far as you can. Feel that squeeze through the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, bring your hands back together, but touch them just like you're holding a thin piece of paper. Don't squeeze them really tightly today. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhaling, opening. And then as you exhale, closing, but just touch every fingertip to one another without squeezing really hard. 3 more times. Inhaling, opening nice and wide. And then exhaling, closing slowly. Inhaling, opening nice and wide. Exhaling slowly. And let's do one final one for our chest muscles here. Inhaling, opening, opening, opening. And then exhaling and closing and closing and closing. You've got it. Take your hands, place them on your thighs, and start doing just some warming up of these neck and shoulder muscles. Kind of, if you can imagine a beat in your head, maybe you're moving and rolling your shoulders to some sort of beat. And then once you've done that a few times on each side, relax yourself, take your hands and bring your hands behind your back. Now, there's a couple of positions that you can put your hands here. I'm going to turn around so I can show you. So option number one is you can interlace your fingers and place your hands so that they're down near the bottom of your sacrum. Option number two, if you've got really tight shoulders, that yoga strap that's near you, grab it and just hold the yoga strap with both hands. And then finally, option number three, actually, no, there's one more. Option number three would be to grab your forearms. And then finally, option number four is to take those hands and put them in prayer pose between the shoulder blades. So you at home, pick which of those three options you want to do today. Whichever one of those three you're doing with yourself, allow yourself to kind of hold the arms together. It's kind of like you're connecting them into a ring behind your back, whichever of those four methods. Now, here's what I want you to be thinking of. The front of your shoulders, when we inhale, you're going to pull that not only back, which is more of a thoracic movement, but I want you to imagine making your shoulders wider. So let's see if you can do that. All right. So take a nice deep inhale, allow yourself to lift the rib cage, pull those shoulders out away from you, and then squeeze gently backwards. You've got it. And then as you exhale, just relax the arms, relax the shoulders. So you don't have to lift your arms away from your back or your bottom. It's a matter of what your shoulder girdles or shoulder blades are doing. Let's do this 2 more times. So as you inhale, really lift your chest, really try to widen your shoulders and then pull them back. Oh yeah, that's a good stretch to that chest. And then as you exhale, letting go, let's do one more time. Nice deep inhaling, reaching back with those shoulder girdles, feeling those shoulders go wider, but then lifting that chest. And then as you exhale, relaxing. Really, really nice. Okay, now grab that yoga strap, place the yoga strap, belt, dog leash, scarf, whatever you're using, up and over your right shoulder. So I want you to place it so it would be where you would have generally a necklace on your neck. That's kind of what you're thinking about, okay? Then hold the strap on the left side, beside or behind you. If you've got some weakness or any sort of issues with your hands, go ahead and loop it around your hand so that you're not having to use as much grip strength. And then do the exact same thing on the front. All right, so we're just going to do some gentle opening through the muscles of our neck here, but we're going to use the strap to kind of get our muscles back where they need to be, which is on the back side of us, not on the front side of us, which is what happens with rounded shoulders. So do me this a favor first. Take your head and gently side bend your head so that your right ear is going toward your right shoulder. Now keep your head in that position. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale with the left hand in the strap, pull the strap back so you feel all of those beautiful muscles being pulled backwards. Got it? Hold it right there. Now take an inhale, lift your head up. And then as you exhale, can you side bend your head to the left? You've got it. Keep that side bend to the head. Feel that beautiful stretch to the side of your neck. Hold it right here. We're going to do 2 slow, deep inhales. See if you can get them into your belly and chest here. So nice deep inhale into that nose. And exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale into the nose. And exhaling out. Now, keep the tension on the strap. Keep your head side bent. But now what I want you to do is take your chin and your nose and start to turn them down towards that left armpit. Aha. That's called your levator scapulae muscle if you're wondering what you're stretching right there. So keep that strap pulled back. Find that beautiful stretch to the back of your right neck, sitting up nice and tall, weight into your feet or your legs. Let's do 2 more breaths. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Inhaling, bringing your head all the way back up. And then as you exhale, relax the strap. Okay, let's switch to the other side. But just take a moment to place the strap over the left shoulder area where a necklace would be. And then let's take our hands and just do some opening and closing of our fists, some circles with our wrists in case you're at home doing this with me and you're already feeling some tension in your wrists because you've got weakness or arthritis or whatever might be happening. All right, so let's do this on the opposite side. So the strap on the right side on the back, take it and loop it if you've got some issues with your hand or your wrist. Ditto with the one on the front on the left. Kind of have a loop so that you've got tension, but you're using more triceps rather than your grip to make that happen. Okay, now that you have everything in place, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, neck is long, chin is settled in. And then, just like we did on the right side, do me a favor and just let the head side bend over that strap so that the left ear is coming towards the left shoulder. All right, now take a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, with your right hand, pull that strap back, pull all of those tissues of that left neck area back or posterior where they belong if it wasn't for our beautiful rounded shoulders, right? Now with your head, take an inhale, lift it up, and then as you exhale, side bend it over to the right and feel that beautiful stretch the side of your left neck. Now maintain that stretch there. Let's take a nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. Chest as well, exhaling out. One more breath, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Now stay right there. Don't move. Just take your chin and your nose and start to rotate them down towards that right armpit. Aha. Feel that muscle on the back of your neck that gets so overloaded when that head is weighing too much when it's forward. Keep yourself right here. Let's do 2 more breaths. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. One more time here. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Inhaling, lifting the head up, exhaling, relaxing the strap. You've got it. Now, keep the strap over the left neck area. Take the right side and bring it up and over the right neck area. So one of the problems with text neck is with the rounded shoulders, with the forward head posture, you get so much weakness of your neck muscles. So I'm going to show you my favorite exercise to strengthen through the neck. In fact, I encourage people to do this all the time, either with a strap, which is what we're using today, or you can even use resistive band if you've got it at home. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the strap and place the strap so that it feels like it's kind of somewhere near the middle of your neck where you may have a crease in your neck, but it's not down. If you feel that hump that you have on the back of your neck, it's not down on the hump. It's actually above the hump. All right. Once you have that strap there, I want you to bring your hands in the strap up so it's running parallel to the floor. So you want the strap running parallel to the floor. Hold it however you would like for that to happen. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Weight is through the legs or feet if you're in a chair. Now, here's what I want you to do. Don't put tension in the strap. Just make sure that the strap is not loose. So it's not loose. It's got a little bit of tautness, but you're not pulling on the strap. Now, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. You've got it. Now, don't retract your neck. Don't try to push your neck backwards. But what I want you to do, hold your neck where it is and put ounces of tension on that strap, but don't let your neck move. Got it? Now you're firing those neck muscles. Make sure that that chin is staying settled into the throat. Hold yourself right here. Give me a nice, slow, deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Nice, deep inhaling in. Exhaling out, pushing into that strap. But as you do that, you're not letting your neck move. 1 more breath in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Let the strap relax down over your body. Find that lengthening position 1 more time. Once you feel like that head is perfectly on top of that neck, which is perfectly on top of those shoulder girdles, here's what I want you to do. Take your non-dominant thumb non-dominant thumb. Place it underneath your chin. Once you place it underneath your chin, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Now we're going to work the core muscles of your neck here. So make sure this way through your feet. And here's what I want you to do. As you lengthen your neck and settle your chin, you're trying with your thumb to try to pull your chin upward, but don't let it happen. You'll feel those muscles in the front of your neck contracting. Hold it there. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. Give me a nice slow inhale into the nose. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. One more breath. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. You know, that's a really hard exercise to do in talk, by the way. So just wanted to say that right there. All right. Now take your strap and place your strap in your hands. We're going to do one quick exercise to strengthen our rotator cuff muscles. So oftentimes with text neck, as the shoulders get rotated, the shoulders get impinged, it may not be that your neck is the place of pain. It could be that your shoulders are the place of pain. And a couple of those rotator cuff muscles, specifically your teres minor and infraspinatus, in case you wondered, are the muscles that tend to get the most weak with rounded shoulders. So here's what I want you to do. Hold that strap in your hand. Hold it like you have a tray in your hand. Got it? Sit up nice and tall, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and then allow yourself to turn your hands out until you feel that if you turn out any further, your elbows are going to go behind your body. Take a quick look that you can see your elbow on the left and you can see your elbow on the right, and it has not gone behind your body. Wade into your legs, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Now keep your hands where they are, but with your left hand, try to start to pull that hand and that arm to the left. That engages all of those stabilizing muscles on your right shoulder. Do you feel it? Maybe you're even shaking at home as you do it. So it's like you're trying to do this, but you're keeping the strap still. Keep it right there. Let's do 2 beautiful breaths. Nice deep inhale. Can you make that slow inhale into your belly? And exhaling out. One more time. Deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. Relax the tension in the strap. Let's do the opposite side. So keep everything as it is. Now with the right hand, it's like you're trying to pull it to the right, but everything stays still. Ready? Give it a pull. Do you feel the muscles in the left shoulder starting to stabilize? Hold it right there. Nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. One more time for me. Nice deep inhaling in. And exhaling out, and then relaxing the strap. I hope you felt some burning in your shoulders at home. Now take your strap, place it down by your yoga mat. We're going to be needing it close to the end of class, but we're not going to be needing it before then. One more thing to do in sitting before we make our way down to our mat. So here's what I would like you to do. Right hand, bring it out to the side of your body. Take an inhale, lift it up in the air, and as you exhale, just place the hand and the wrist over top of your head. All right, now that you've got yourself there, right elbow, take an inhale, reach it higher to the ceiling, and then as you exhale, side bend that elbow as high up to that ceiling as you can get it. You may even be able to rest your left hand on your lap, depending on how much flexibility you have. But here's what I want you to do. That elbow, you're reaching it up and you're reaching it back. So you feel all of this gorgeousness. Keep yourself right there. Give me a nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Let's do one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Inhaling up, and then as you exhale, dropping that hand down. Let's do the opposite side. So right hand goes onto the thigh, left hand out to the side. Take an inhale, lift it up, and then as you exhale, place it up and over your head so that the wrist is on the top of your head. Now, keeping the right hand on your thigh, nice and long with the neck here, chin is settled in. Left elbow Inhale, reach it up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, side bend over to the left. I am tighter on my left side. I feel it all the way in my low back on this side. Make sure for you that elbow is pointed up to the ceiling and you're reaching it slightly back to get that chest opening. All right, let's stay right here. 2 beautiful breaths. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. 1 more breath. Nice deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Excellent. Inhale, lifting the head up, and then exhaling, relaxing the hand down. Okay, guys, we're done with the bolster. We're done with the chair. So slowly move yourself off of your chair, off of your bolster. Place it away from you so that it's not in your way. And then gently find yourself in your child's pose. So settle your sit bones towards your heels. Make sure that your knees look about hip distance. That's 2 fists between the knees. And then very gently start to lower yourself down onto the mat, belly to thighs, chest to knees, elbows to the floor, crown of the head to the floor. Gaze back, make sure those knees and toes are lining up. And then let's take a nice deep inhale into our belly. And then slowly exhaling out. Deep inhale into that belly. And slowly, slowly exhaling out. Very nice. Bringing yourself up onto hands and knees, stacking the hips directly on top of the knees, making sure that those feet don't fall inward. So lining the heels and the toes up with the knees and the hips. And then once you make yourself there, walk your hands forward so that your hands and wrists and elbows are all directly underneath those shoulders. Now, you should be able to look down and see that your hands are wider than your knees. That's shoulder width, so it should be wider. And then pull those big thumbs in, pull those index fingers straight forward and spread out those outer 3 fingers. All right, so let's go through some cat-cows to open up through our spine here. So as you inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, shoulder blades back and down, lengthen the neck and look up. You've got it. And then as you exhale, pull that belly in, tuck that tailbone under, spread those shoulder blades, chin to chest, gaze all the way into your belly button. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, shoulder blades back, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through that neck and gaze upward. It is a text neck class, right? Exhaling, pull that belly up and in, tuck that tailbone, spread those shoulder blades, chin to the chest. 1 last time here. Inhaling, sinking the belly, lifting the tailbones, allowing those shoulder blades to go back, lengthening through that neck and gazing up. And then finally, exhaling, exhaling, and exhaling, and really, 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 really tucking under and gazing into that belly button. Very good. Slowly coming all the way back to the start position, going into thread the needle here. So a really good exercise in yoga pose to open up through those shoulder girdles and to get that rotation that you lose when you're on those devices too long. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention to where your right hand is right now on your yoga mat, because that's where your right shoulder needs to go, okay? Put a little bit more weight into your left hand. And then with your right hand, inhale, lift your hand up to the side. And then as you exhale, sweep it through, drop that shoulder down right where that wrist was. When you do that, you should still maintain that alignment through the hips and the knees. So allow yourself to see that. And then once you have that, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gently allow yourself to drop your head onto the floor, making a nice big space between your right shoulder and your right ear. Left hand, now start to walk it all the way up the mat. And then as you walk it up the mat, I want you to think about where your left armpit is and your right elbow. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, really pull that armpit down towards that elbow. Now you should be feeling some nice good opening through your right shoulder area. Give me a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. 1 more nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then begin to walk that left hand back until it's underneath that shoulder area. Take a deep inhale, push yourself back up, and place your right hand down on the yoga mat underneath that right shoulder. And then let's do it again on the opposite side. So put a little bit more weight into your right hand. Look where your left hand is. That's where your left shoulder needs to go. Then take an inhale, reach that left arm up to the side, and then as you exhale, drop that left shoulder down to where that wrist was. Once you have yourself there, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, rest your head onto the floor so there's a nice good space between your ear and your shoulder on this left side. And then slowly begin to walk that right hand up your mat. Once you have it there, start to check in to see where your right armpit is relative to your left elbow. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, really pull that down. Try to get that armpit as close to that elbow as you can. Feel that gorgeous opening through your left shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And then exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale into that belly. And then exhaling out. Gorgeous. Walking that right hand back underneath the shoulder. And then on an inhale, pushing yourself back up into hands and knees. Once you make your way into hands and knees, let's go through 3 more cat-cows. So check in that you didn't lose your hip, knee, and ankle alignment. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, shoulder blades back. Really see if you can get even more lift of your chest and gaze up today. And then as you exhale, tuck and curl everything under, chin to chest. Inhaling, sinking it all, but see if you can lift that chest even more, lengthen that neck, get that chin up and gaze up. And then as you exhale, really, really, really curl that all under. And one final time here, inhaling, sinking, sinking, sinking. Really lift that chest, lengthen that neck, gaze up today. And then finally exhaling and curling and curling and curling and curling and curling and curling. You've got it. And then coming back to tabletop position. Now, one of the best exercises to work with text neck to get that mobility through your shoulder girdles and your upper back area, which is where a lot of people have issues with text neck, is puppy pose. So let's work on puppy pose. So check in at your hips and your knees. Do not lose their alignment. Then drop yourself down onto your elbows. Now, this just might be your puppy pose today. It may not get any deeper than this, but if you can keep your hips stacked, imagine your sternum, your chest bone going right to your mat. So to do that, all you're going to do is slowly walk your hands out as you drop your chest to the floor. If you've got neck issues as far as arthritis or any sort of degeneration, maybe it might be more comfortable for you to turn your head, but it is a text neck class. So I would encourage you, if you can, to see if you can get that chin to the floor. Oh, this feels so good on those necks that have too much postural tension. Now, allow yourself to stay right here. Take a deep inhale into your rib cage and belly. And then as you exhale, relax. One more time. Nice deep inhaling in and exhaling and relaxing. Most excellent. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be a slippery little snake and just slide yourself forward and make your way down onto your belly. Allow yourself to gaze back, that your feet are hip distance apart. And if you did that kind of nice and controlled, you might have already been in Sphinx pose, which is where your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. That's where we want to be. So in this position, check in that the index fingers are pointed straight forward. We're going to be working on strengthening through our neck here while we get some extra flexibility through our rib cage and our thoracic spine. So once you have yourself in this position, you got a sensitive low back, you might need a pillow or something underneath your belly. But what oftentimes is sufficient is to just kind of engage through the abdominal muscles, tuck that tailbone under, and kind of protect that end range extension of your low back. Now, in this position, push your shoulder blades up and away from one another so you feel your chest lift away from the mat. Lengthen your neck as long as you can. Tuck your chin in. And I actually want you to gaze right at a point between your two thumbs right now. Now, as you're doing this, you're getting some really good strength through your neck and through your shoulder blades. So hold this position for me. And then as you take an inhale, let your chest and your belly sink. Feel the shoulder blades fall towards one another. Lengthen your neck and see if you can gaze upward. And then as you exhale, push into the index fingers and the thumbs and the elbows. Spread those shoulder blades apart. Lengthen that neck. Tuck that chin into the chest and gaze at those thumbs. Let's do that again. Inhale, sink the chest, shoulder blades come together, lengthen the neck, looking upward. And then as you exhale, push through those arms, spread those shoulder blades, lengthen that neck, tuck that chin, gaze at those thumbs. One last time. Are you still squeezing through your abdominals and glutes to protect your low back? I hope so. Let's do this, guys. One last time. Inhale. Sink the chest, shoulder blades come together, lengthen the neck, looking upward. And then as you exhale, push into the index fingers and thumbs, lengthen through the neck, chin to chest, gazing at those thumbs. Now, from here, can you allow yourself to slowly slide your hands back where your elbows were? Keep that neck long. Can you slowly lift your hips and gently walk yourself back into child's pose? Make sure that your knees did not go too wide. Make sure that you see that your feet are still straight behind you. Belly onto thighs, chest onto knees, elbows onto your yoga mat, crown of your head onto the floor. Let's go through a couple good breaths here. So nice deep inhale into the belly, open up through that low back. And exhaling out. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Now, before we get out of child's pose, what I want you to do just one time is allow yourself to lengthen your neck and try to pull your chin to your chest. So we're going to try a little bit of a version of what's called rabbit pose. So do what's comfortable for you. If the crown of your head does not already meet the floor, then you might want to grab that bolster that's near you so that the crown of your head can be resting on something, because we're going to be really doing a fabulous stretch through our shoulder blades here. But allow yourself to try to lengthen the back of your neck as much as you can. Chin goes towards the chest. You're gazing straight back at your belly button or your toes, whatever suits you. Once you feel that you have the weight on the top of your head, very slowly bring your right hand back and see if you can grab your right heel. Then take your left hand back, see if you can grab your left heel. Now, holding onto your heels, gazing straight back behind you, take an inhale and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Feel that beautiful stretch between your shoulder blades. Gazing straight back between your toes. Give me a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, chin to chest, guys. Deep inhale in. And exhale, and then slowly lower your sit bones down to your heels. Gently place your hands in front of you and very, very, very slowly curl your spine upward. Very nice. Now, we're going to be laying on our back. Make sure that you have that strap somewhere near you so that when we need it, you'll have it in arm's reach. And then just gently allow yourself to turn to your right or your left side. Lay through your side first, and then very gently roll yourself over onto your back. Once you get yourself there, maybe fiddle with your pelvis a little bit, a tuck and a tilt so that you feel that your low back is in a good, comfortable position. Have your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, approximately hip distance apart. So maybe imagine if you could put those two fists down there, that's where it is. And then gently allow yourself to lengthen through the back of your neck and settle that chin towards the center of your throat. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. And then rest yourself in this position. Now, the good news is, hopefully you're at home and you're able to get the back of your skull, your occiput area, to touch the yoga mat. And so you are actually working against text neck, just laying here. So keep that length of the back of your neck, keep that chin gently settled into your throat. And we're going to do some windshield wipers through our legs here. So keeping that beautiful alignment through the top of your neck, take your feet and walk both of your feet to the edges of your mat. So the left foot goes to the left edge of the mat. The right foot goes to the right edge of the mat. Okay, now that you got your feet where they need to be, go back to your neck, since it's all about the neck today. Lengthen the back of that neck, settle the chin into the throat, and gently push that head down into the yoga mat. You'll feel those great, awesome muscles engage in the back of your neck. Keep that engagement happening through that whole upper quadrant. In fact, if you want to, even allow yourself to give a bit of a squeeze through your shoulder blades. Now let's move the legs into windshield wipers here. So take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Now, as that happens, don't let your neck shorten. We call that a turtleneck. Don't let it shorten, so lengthen your neck, settle your chin. You're doing some fantastic work actually on your nervous system here. Hold this windshield wiper over to the right side for a moment. Maybe settle that left knee down a little lower, right knee out to the side a little lower. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, engage, particularly that left shoulder blade if it fell off the floor. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhaling. One more time, deep inhaling in. And exhaling. Now with the knees, inhale, come back up to the center, lengthen the neck, settle the chin, and then on the exhale, take the knees to the left. Now, as you take those knees to your left, don't let your head move. Lengthen that neck, settle that chin. Don't let it get shorter. Right shoulder blade, push that right shoulder blade on the floor. Right knee is going down and in. Left knee, let it fall out to the side. Really focus on that neck alignment with your rib cage here. All right, let's do these two breaths. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Now on this inhale, move the knees. So inhale, come back up to the center, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. And on the exhale, drop those knees back over to the right. Left knee is going down and in, right knee is going out as far as it can. Left shoulder blade, pull it down, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. One last time on this side. All right, give me that nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Nice deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. On the inhale, move the knees. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, dropping them to the left. Lengthen that neck, settle that chin, guys. Really get that training of your neck here. Dropping the right knee down and in, left knee out to the side. Right shoulder blade, pull it down. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin. What great alignment you're working on here through your neck. Nice deep inhaling in. Maybe check in that your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, exhaling out. And again, nice deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Knees on the inhale them back up to the center, and then as you exhale, you keep them there and just gently walk the feet back in hip distance. Now, we are going to try a pose that for some of you may be contraindicated. Contraindicated meaning don't do it. So I'm going to show you what the alternative is for those of you, here's the list, guys, that have vestibular issues or vertigo, that have any severe arthritis, a history of a herniated disc, or any sort of nerve root issues in your neck. So if you fall in any of that list of people that I just said, here's what I want you to do. Place your elbows next to your body. Fingertips are pointed straight up to the ceiling. You're going to lengthen your neck and look up and back behind you. So you're just trying to get your chin to go straight up to the ceiling. Then when I tell us to inhale to work on breathing, all that you're going to do is push through your elbows and lift your chest up. So this is a modification of fish pose, okay? So for those of you that have any of the issues that I just said, that is as deep as I want you to go into this yoga pose. For the remainder of us that maybe do not have any of those conditions and we want to try fish pose, here's what I want you to do. Take your right leg, slide the right leg down. Take your left leg, slide the left leg down. Take your right elbow, push yourself up onto the right elbow. Left elbow, push yourself up onto the left elbow. Once you have yourself in that position, take your right hand and place it underneath your right buttock. Take your left hand and place it underneath your left buttock. You want to about have your elbows and shoulders stacked one on top of the other. Now, this is about lifting your sternum bone, the chest bone, up to the ceiling as you lengthen through your neck and squeeze through your shoulder blades. So take a deep inhale, lift up as hard as you can. And then as you exhale, just very gently lengthen your neck and bring your gaze back behind you. All right, so depending on which one you're doing in this position, take a deep inhale and push into those elbows and squeeze those shoulder blades and gaze up or back. Exhaling, maintain this. One more breath. Inhale, push into those elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades, lengthen that neck and look back. And then as you exhale, slowly let the elbows fall to the side as you drop your head back down to the floor. Slide your legs back up if you did the full pose. Your legs should have stayed straight or bent if you did the modification. All right, now let's get back. Now that we have literally opened everything up that we need to open up for our text neck issue, let's go back to the yoga strap and do a little bit more strengthening and stabilization of our neck. So grab your yoga strap and allow yourself to take that yoga strap and place it back behind the small of your neck. Once you have your yoga strap back behind the small of the neck, here's what you're doing. You're lining the yoga strap so that it is perpendicular to your neck. So you should see the two straps kind of pointed straight up towards the ceiling here. Check in that your lumbar spine is in a neutral position. Lengthen through your neck, settle your chin. Take your gaze, guys, take your gaze down like you're looking at your knees. And then in this position, keep the neck long. Gently start to push the head back into the yoga mat. Now the strap in the arms, try to lift the neck up, but don't let the neck move. There's the muscles. Hold yourself right here. Give me a nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Keep that gaze down. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Relax the strap, relax the push of the head. Hopefully at home, when you did that, you were engaging enough of your core muscles, you even felt your glutes and everything in your pelvic floor engage. So let's do it one more time and see if you can pay attention to that. Okay, so straps are vertical to the floor or perpendicular, however you want to look at that. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. In that position, take your gaze, look at your knees. Gently push your head down into the yoga mat. Then with your arms, try to lift your neck, but don't let your neck move. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Give me a nice deep inhale in. Keep your gaze down. Keep those core muscles engaged. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Relax the strap, gently taking it away from your head. You're done with the strap. You might have even got a little bit of a tricep workout while you did that. And then gently place the strap out to the side. We are officially done with it. Now, one last strengthening exercise for the front of our neck here. So again, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Get that chin and that head and those shoulder girdles in the proper alignment. Take a moment here to roll those shoulder blades underneath you so you feel like you've got that good alignment. Lumbar spine is in a nice, good neutral position. Feet are just flat on the floor. Let's go back to that non-dominant thumb and gently place that non-dominant thumb underneath your chin. Guys, double, triple chin, don't worry about it. Just get underneath the bone. Once you're there, take your gaze down to your knees. Tongue to the roof of your mouth. Hold everything stable and still. Then in this position, try to lift the chin up, but don't let it move. Holding here, give me a nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. And then relax your thumb against the chin. From here, allow the right knee to come up to your chest. Give it a nice little hug towards the chest. Left knee comes up to the chest. Give it a nice little hug into the chest. Take a deep inhale here, and on the exhale, allow those knees to come to your chest. Hold yourself in this position. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. One more time, deep, slow inhale in. And exhaling out. Keep the left leg and hand where it is. Right hand, remove it from the right leg. Place the right foot on the floor and then slide the right leg down the mat. Left foot on top of the right thigh. Right hand, grab that left knee. Left hand out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, start to bring that left knee to the right. Lift the pelvis. Lift that low back. Lift that rib cage. Keep that left shoulder blade down. Allow yourself to lengthen through your neck, settle your chin, and slowly take your gaze to the left thumb. Nice deep inhale into the belly here. And then exhaling out. And one more time, deep, slow inhale to the belly. And exhaling out. Gently bringing the head back up to the center, starting at that left rib cage and de-rotating the rib cage, followed by the low back, followed by the pelvis. Placing the left foot on the floor, sliding the right foot up on the floor, then sliding the left leg down. Right foot, place it onto the left thigh. Left hand grabs the right knee, right hand out to the side of the body. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, pulling that right knee to the left, feeling that stretch in the hip. Lifting that pelvis, lifting that low back, lifting that rib cage. Right shoulder blade stays on the mat. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin, and turn the gaze towards that right thumb. Nice, slow, deep inhale here. And exhaling out. One more time, deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. Gently bringing the gaze back up to the center, starting at that right rib cage. derotating it, followed by the low back, followed by the pelvis, followed by the hip. Placing your right foot flat on the mat, sliding your left foot up for a moment, repositioning your rib cage to a nice, neutral, happy place for you. Roll those shoulder blades underneath you. Gently let the arms come out to the side, one leg at a time. Slide those heels down to the corner of your mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Put a smile on your face. Good golly, did you do a good job today for your body and your posture? We got rid of that forward head. We got rid of those rounded shoulders. We got rid of that slumped spine. So as we're resting here, the last thing I want to do is quickly review with you my top tips to avoid the dreaded text neck. Number one, bring your device to eye level. Learn a different way to hold your phone. That's the key. Because if you use your old habit, it's going to be down by your chest or your belly. Number two, take breaks from your device. If you've been on it for a half an hour, you need a break. Put it down. Do some of the beautiful stretches we did today, which brings us to number three, therapeutic yoga and stretching. And then, of course, my final recommendation, if you are having neck issues related to text neck, seek the help of a healthcare provider. Of course, I'm going to recommend a physical therapist since I am one. All right, guys. Let's start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circles with those wrists and those ankles. And then when you're feeling ready, gently, one leg at a time, slide it up the mat. And then very slowly roll yourself over onto your side, resting there for maybe a breath or two. And then on an exhale, top hand, bottom elbow, push yourself up into a seated position, finding yourself in easy pose, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want to call it. And then in this position, bringing our hands to the center of our heart. Man, my neck feels great. I hope yours does at home as well. Nice big smile on the face. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you so much for joining me today.